Bird's Eye View of the Medical World, Part 16. Books were written by people who neither had enough knowledge of the original scriptures nor ample practical experience in Ayurveda. The students, nevertheless, passed their exams after reading these textbooks because their friends and acquaintances were the examiners. No one actually bothered to dive deep into the subject and understand it in detail, and today's teachers belong to this very generation of people. Higher education, or degrees like MD, were also looked at as careers, whereas the actual objective is to create eminent Ayurvedic practitioners. Since nobody cared about the real objective, all you got was a society full of degree holders. The general pattern was that MD holders would get jobs in colleges and spend their entire lives living off their income as professors. This generation has now retired, and I talked to a few of these people. When I asked them what they were up to now, I was flabbergasted after knowing their response. They said they weren't doing anything since they were now retired. The fact that a medical degree holder spent their entire life teaching in college and are now simply relaxing was hard to digest. But the mindset behind this thought is very important. This generation believes that there was no one to teach and mentor them. There was a phase when the rapid evolution in allopathy and R&D in medicine brought analgesics, steroids, and antibiotics into the fray, which seemed to work miraculously on a variety of diseases and infections. Advancements in surgeries, too, led to knee replacement, kidney, and heart transplant surgeries, etc. This paradigm shift altered the entire landscape and led people to believe that this is what medicine truly means. The entire world and even people involved in Ayurveda believed this. And then, people were just teaching Ayurvedic scriptures and texts on a superficial level. The teachers thus formed are of no real use, and the students, too, aren't sure of what to do since they know neither allopathy nor Ayurveda. They find it easier to simply intern under a GP and then start their own practice as a GP. Today, changes can be seen in the Ayurvedic education scenario. But until now, the situation of the so-called BMS and MD graduates was dismal. I got a huge shock when I visited Jamnagar. There were 12 Maharashtrian students, of which only 3 were going to doctors for internships during their BMS. The remaining 9 students had simply studied to pass the exams. They gave their set, got admission, and came to Jamnagar. Their outlook was that after getting their MD, they would get a job in some college and work there for the rest of their lives. In order to bring about a change, I invited them to Pune and asked them to learn Ayurveda practice by spending a couple of years here. I told them that it was okay to teach parallelly, but the primary means to their livelihood should be medical practice.